Analog is a set of tools. It's a technology. All the analog technologies, whether we're talking about film or records or paper, are a tool that is different and distinct from the tools of digital technology, of software, of hardware, of tablets, of phones, whatever. And so when you think about the tool, it provides a different way of doing things, and that different process drives a different result. One of the ones that I was really surprised and amazed to see so prevalent here in Seoul last time I came was paper. I mean, the paper stores that you see in this city, from the traditional ones where they're selling calligraphy brushes to, hanji stores that have like 8,000 cacao stickers, which I bought for my kids last time, and now I have like peach decorating every part of my daughter's room. I'm more of a Ryan guy myself. Is that line? Someone gets that joke. Good. She was laughing. And that was through translation, too. I appreciate that. Thank you in the back. There you go. You got that. Papers is incredible, and it's a tool. When you go to a hanji store, there's paper notebooks, paper planners, and this is something that's grown around the world. The revolution of smartphones has actually been sort of alongside the revolution of this new wave of paper notebooks. Companies like Moleskine, or here I think it's Indigo, have made notebooks sort of the accessory for innovation. So if you go to a WeWork, or you go to a Samsung office, or you go to any technology company, someone's sitting there writing on their MacBook or their Samsung Tablet X or whatever it's called. They have their smartphone, and then they're writing in the notebook as well. So why is that? What is it about it that makes it such a strong tool for innovation, even when people can use tablets, electronic pens, laptops, whatever? I found the answer in, of all places, Silicon Valley, the heart of sort of the digital economy. And I went there to interview a guy at Google named John Skidgel. John is a designer, or was at the time. He was working for Google. He's moved on. But he is a user interface and user experience designer for Google and various Google products. User interface and user experience is essentially a way of saying, this is what your website looks like, this is how it works, right? This is when you click this in Google, this is how it's going to look, and so on. And John was always a designer, and like many graphic designers, he came to the world of his work by being an artist first in school and university, and he still liked to draw for fun and on the side. And he was noticing something around 2009, that the younger designers that were working under him, they weren't doing as good work anymore, especially in the early stage, that first stage where you're supposed to take an idea and sort of craft out a rough draft. It just wasn't working. So what he did at Google was he created a course. And young designers who were sort of coming there and under his group had to take the course. First it was elective, and then it became mandatory. So they sat down in this office for one day, and the first thing they're given is a set of tools, a paper notebook and 3 different thickness markers. And they sort of stare at this, like, what? I'm working at Google. He says, okay, lesson number 1, how to draw a straight line. Does anybody want to learn this? He taught me. Don't go side to side, go top to bottom, and don't lock your elbow. I don't know who draws with an elbow lock, but it works really well. Lesson 2 is how to draw 2 straight parallel lines. Lesson 3 is how to draw dotted lines, and so on and so forth over the course of an entire day, until the designers who took the course were successfully able to take any idea they had and write it down on paper, communicate it very clearly and quickly, or on a whiteboard. And very often when John was teaching the course, which is now mandatory across all Google offices all over the world, even here in Korea, for anybody who's working on the design of the products, he would get some young designer who would go, excuse me, that's how they all talk at Google. They say, excuse me, why do we have to do this? That's what we have computers for. I have Illustrator, I have all these programs. Why do we need to waste our time with paper? And he said, well, there's 2 good reasons, right? The first reason is, let's say you have a brilliant new idea for the way that the Gmail inbox should look, or what a new email should look like. And you're in the elevator one day at Google headquarters, and in walks Sergey Brin, the founder of the company. You have 30 seconds to communicate this idea to Sergey, and if he likes it and changes it, he's just going to give you $1 billion and your life is set. That's how it works in Silicon Valley, so I've been told. Are you gonna pull out your laptop and open it up and turn it on and open up a new document and format that document and then pull out your pen and, oh no, the Bluetooth connection isn't working. Oh no, the Wi-Fi is not working. Boom, elevator opens. There goes your $1 billion and you're back to just making, I don't know, $500,000. Or are you gonna pull out a pen from your pocket and, draw it on your hand and voila, right? Paper, pen is a simple technology. It's limited in the size of the page, but what you can do in that is instantaneous, which is why so many of you are taking notes. You can draw, you can squiggle, you can do lines. It's not perfect, it's not pretty. You can fix that later in the computer or in better drafts, but it's still the best tool for getting ideas out of your head and into the world. And that's what he said the essence of it is, right? When designers would go and open up a computer document first, they had a million different options for what color blue to use. And they would waste all their time and mental energy selecting the right color blue or the right thickness of line instead of getting that essential idea out of their head into somewhere permanent and then working on that, right? It's a tool.